Hey guys, welcome to Korea. This is where I live, apparently. I don't know. I'm under a bridge. I don't live under a bridge. I don't know why I said that. Okay, welcome to my dance tutorial. And that's as far as that's going to go. So apparently, even though I thought it was going to be fine because it was under a bridge, there was a lot of echoing, that everything I said would have been recorded with somewhat of a high level of clarity. I was wrong. There was way too much wind. There were too many people passing by. There were so many bike noises, like that bike going over there. So I just decided that I have to voice over everything that I recorded, which is unfortunate, but hey, I guess that's how it's gonna happen. Okay, so let's get to learning. So the first step you're gonna take is with your left leg, go out and at the same time turn your right leg in. And while this is happening, your arm's gonna hit an invisible wall. So all at the same time, you step out, hit, and then with your right leg, you turn it around, and then step out to the side, and this time your left leg twists in. Okay, so hit, then you step out, and while you do this, your arms are going to push down. So it's kind of like a relaxed motion. So here, and then relax, just let go, that kind of motion. So from the beginning, it looks like hit, turn, relax, like that. And then next you're going to take a step and then bring your right leg up, like that. At the same time, you're going to do a shoulder hit. So if you go back and look, the first step, your right shoulder comes up and hits at the same time as your left step. And then as your right leg comes up, your left shoulder goes up. All right, so hit, down, and then step right, up, left, like that. So for the next move, you send your right leg up and send it over to the left. And for here, let's just pause for a sec and just focus on the steps. So we send our right leg over to the left, and then the right leg goes out to the right. Then you bring your back leg, your left leg, come forward, and then you send your right leg over to the back. So if you go back to the beginning and just do the legs, it's step, step, step up, around, and left, right, right. Now let's go back to the arms. So as you do your first step for your right leg, your arms are going to come up and make a cross, like that. And then up, it'll make a lock. And then out, and you bring it in. So from the beginning altogether, it looks like hit, then down, and hit, cross, lock, and in, like that. And from here, you just send your arms out, and you become a human airplane. So you use your left leg to push off, and then you're gonna just kind of have 4 small jumpy turns. I should have probably mentioned this in the beginning, but a lot of this choreo it's all very bouncy. Like even the lyrics, if you hear later on, it just says a whole bunch of jumping. So a lot of the steps are going to be very up and jumpy and bouncy. So if you come back, after you spread out, you're going to push off, and then you're going to have 4 little jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to face back forward. Okay? So if you go back to the beginning, it's going to be hit, push down, 1, 2, cross, lock, and in, come out, then 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, and then you'll end up facing forward. So after you do that, then the next step is to push back with your right hand. Push your left side back as you step back. Then push your right side back. Then you step, and then send your right leg out to the back, like that. Okay? So from there, you're going to come forward in a short sprint. So right step and then left leg up, like that. And then from there, your left heel goes down, and then your right heel follows, and then it's left toe and right toe. And then you bring your left leg in and then ground yourself. From here, you lift your right leg and your right arm comes up and makes a kind of searching motion. And then as you land, you jump forward and step. Okay, if you do all this quickly, it's going to heel, toe, toe, ground, round, and jump. Like that. Okay? So once you land, your arms are going to do a small wave in the ground. So like it's saying no, no. And then in the music, there's these 2 sounds. I'm not entirely sure what they're saying, but for those, just jump, jump. Like that. The audio cues are very obvious. You really can't miss it. So if you do it all together, it's push, push, and send back, and then step forward, heel, heel, toe, toe, ground, around, leap, small wave, jump, jump. Like that, okay? And if we move on to the next step, after you've done your 2 jumps, so jump, jump, just let go of everything. The only things that should be fixed are your 2 feet on the ground, and everything else is just very, very loose. You're basically becoming like those dancing balloon men, where your body just goes wherever the wind sways you to. Then after you do that, when you come back, your arms come up. So with first your right, up, then left, and then you hit towards your right. So the audio cue for this is the words very good rest. So each motion is each word. Very good rest. Because we all need a very good rest. So why not? That's the whole message of this song, and therefore this choreo. So after that, you're going to stand on your right leg and then lean towards your right. Bring your right arm up in kind of a searching-ish motion. So how the legs work is you step back with your right, and then with your left leg, it comes up as your right leg twists forward. Okay, so it's step and then twist, like that. So you do that twice, so 1, and then step 2. Okay, so if you bring that all together, after you do your balloon man, it's going to be right arm, left arm, hit, right step. See your leg is out, you twist it in, twist, left leg is also out, twist it in, step, and then you're going to do a side step. Now, if you don't know how to do a side step, it is basically you're going to have a fixed heel and a fixed toe at all times. So for here, you start with your left heel and your right toe, then you twist it in, then you fix your left toe and your right heel, and then twist again, and then you just keep doing that until you eventually leave the stage. For this choreo, you're just going to do that twice. So just 1 pivot, 2 pivot, and that's going to be it. So if we bring that back to after Balloon Man, it's going to be 1, 2, hit, step, twist, land, and then 1, 2 pivots. That's all you're going to do. And for your arms, what you're going to do is basically, as long as it fits the out and in motif, it's going to be fine whatever you do. So after you land, it's out. 1 pivot is in. 2nd pivot is out. Over here, the arms can really go wherever you want. As long as it just goes out, in, out, as long as it has that pattern, whatever you do is fine. So after you do your 2 pivots, you send your left leg forward, and then you're gonna do another balloon man-ish letting go. And then after that, you push with your right, you're pushing forward, and then you bring in with both your arms up. So after repositioning for a bit, okay, so push, and then with both your arms, you're gonna like drag both arms up to your face. So the lyrics here say what you're gonna do with all that bad stress. It's all in English, so it should be obvious, but that's what you're correlating these moves. It's bad, and then it's stress. Because when you're stressed, you just bring everything into your head. So that's what's happening. So after you've dragged it up, you're going to push away all the stress as you step back, and then just step back into some kind of comfortable position. You can reposition yourself if you wish, just after you've pushed, just step back into some kind of chill stance. Because what comes next is going to be fast. Very fast. So this is your time to show. So to recap, from after your 2 jumps, jump, jump, you let go, do your balloon man, then very good rest, step, twist, out, in, and out. Okay? Then you step out, do another balloon man, then push with your right, then drag it up, and then you let go of all, and then step to wherever you're comfortable, and prepare for the combo. So far we've done 4 8 counts, so now we're going to try it with the music, so you can get a feel of the tempo. If you think that the music is a bit too fast for you, this is YouTube, you can always use the speed controller at the bottom to slow the music down. If not, this is the 100% speed. Have fun!
쉬고 담은 노자 넌 집이 너무 그리웠지 이제 싣고 자고 나서 나 몸도 만도 많이 아팠던 거 알아 주변의 사람들은 너를 쉽게 보지 않아 We need a very good rest 잠시 잊고 살던 행복 찾아가려 do Yeah what you gon' do With all that bad shit 전부 씌워버려 행복 찾아
You can see this, everything is very, very childish. And that's how it's supposed to be. So, if you're embarrassing yourself, congratulations, you're doing it right. At least you didn't have to do it in a public park. Under a bridge. For some reason. I don't know why. So now we begin to learn our combo. Prepare yourself, listen up. You might need it. Okay. So, the first thing you're going to do is move your right arm up to your left shoulder. Left arm goes to the right. Then change shoulder, change hip, twist your right, twist your left. This is going to be the first combo you do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then after that, just push out. Okay? So the chill part right before this does give you a chance to breathe, but it also gives the visual effect of this combo coming out of nowhere. And that's just an emphasis on exactly how fast this combo is going to be. So it's going to need a lot of practice. So just take your time going over the same moves. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, count yourself in your head. And then just gradually raise up the speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then push, push. And you can just speed that up. And then eventually you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, push, push. So once you've gotten that down, the next step, the push, push is the arms are going just straight forward, but your legs are kind of dropping. So as you raise your left leg, your right leg just drops straight to the ground. So you're going to do that twice. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, push, push. So there's a drop, drop. After you've done that, you're going to step out with your left, and then step out with your right. Send your left back, and then twist your right so you kind of come to a settling pose. So to go over again, you go drop, drop, front, front, back, step. You twist into a grounded pose, okay? And while you're doing that, your arms are doing the push, push, and then your right arm comes up to your chin. So it's kind of a thinking man type pose because the lyrics are gonna say, I need a lot of thought. So it's kind of reflecting off of that. So you're thinking for the first 2 steps. And then for the next steps, again, following the settling step, the arms also just kind of go out to show off that you're grounded. And then from there, it's just kind of a small twist to the side. So you're going to do that for 2 times. So think, step, ground, your arms are out, and then you get to twist small and twist small. Make sure you're hitting with your right shoulder each time you do it. Twist, twist. Now, as you're doing that, your back leg, the left leg, is also kind of pushing at the same time. So it's right leg twist, right shoulder hit, and left leg push all at the same time. Okay? So if you bring that all together, it's from your chill pose, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, push, push, think, back, and hit, and hit. The next move is you take your left leg, step out, and bring your arms up, then slice it down the middle, like that. And then you take your back leg, come forward, at the same time, bring your arms apart. So if you just focus on the arms, it first goes up, then it slides down the middle, and then out. It's these 3 moves. So the lyrics here says need some rest, and each of these moves are correlated to each of the lyrics. So first it's needs, it's go up, some is go down, and then rest is come out. So it's going to be need, some, and rest. So the next step is going to be a kind of a walking motion. So with your left leg, you go out, in the walk with your arms up, and then you're going to take another step to the right. And from here, you're going to bring your left leg forward, and then here there's going to be a leg change. So as you jump, you change places between your left and right leg. So you kick up, like that. So if you go back and bring it all together, the moves are up, and then we go down, and then out. Notice the right leg as it goes up, and then it twists around as you do the down and out. Step out with your left, and then step out with your right. And then as you step out with your left, you bring your right leg up higher, and then that's going to be your switch. So for the first one, you just switch your leg like that. But then for the second one, as you switch, you're going to use that momentum to drive yourself into a turn. So you kick, and then if you point your leg, you naturally get to spin. And that's what we're going to do. Left leg is going to kick slightly to the right, and your whole body is going to naturally turn to the right along with it. As such. So if you focus on the legs, it's step, step, switch, turn, and land. Just like that. And then after you land, the next move is just point to the sky. So with your left hand, just go point, point. There is an audio cue that just says yeah, yeah, and that's where each of the points are going to happen. So if you do the whole combo, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you push, push, out, out, back, ground, turn, turn, up, down, out, step, step, then switch, and kick. And then point, point. And that's the whole combo. Try practicing this combo on your own several times before you attempt to do the 100%. And if you're wondering what the 100% looks like, this is what the combo is and how fast it is.
I don't really wanna work no more. 생각이 필요한 속 더모. Need some rest, peace out 더모. 속도 나 어딘가로 또 yeah 날아다니.
So after you've done all of that, the next step is a step out twist. So what you're going to do is, with your right leg, you step out to the side with your toe facing forward, and then you twist so the toe faces in. And you do that with the other legs. It's a bit similar to what we've already done after a very good rest, but the difference is, at that point, the foot is facing outward, and we're twisting it to face forward. This time, the foot is starting facing forward, and we twist it so it faces in. So we're going to do that 4 times. So I hit, hit, and then step right, twist, then step left, twist, right, twist, left, twist. While you're doing that, your arms are going to hit 4 different positions. Now, it's honestly up to you, whatever you want it to be, but for me, I just like to link it to the lyrics. So I just do the 4 hits. So the first word is fly, the second word is make money, the third word is think, and then the fourth is warmer. So I don't know why I just like to point to the sun at that point for some reason. But again, any of these 4 moves are really up to you. This is a free point. The main point is the 4 steps. Step, twist, step, twist. Just do that 4 times, and the arms can flail around, do whatever you want. Just hit 4 points. The next move you do is you bring your hands to your hips and then just kind of walk back a bit. So this is a move that the artist himself uses a couple of times in his performances, and it kind of gives off this I don't care kind of vibe. I'm going to do what I want type of movement. So that's what we're going for. So you're going to take these 4 steps back while you're kind of on your heels. So is it kind of like how we did the 4 steps from before, where we did heel, heel, toe, toe, except this time it's just heel, heel, and we're walking back with it. So if you recap everything, the steps are going to be step, twist, step, twist, step, twist, step, twist, 4 small steps back. And then after that, you just run up straight to the camera. So to explain what just happened, the next move is going to be a hit on the beat. So you're going to go back and then you run forward, then you jump up, and then you land on the beat with your left leg. So while you're doing that, your arms are going to come up and hit on the beat, making a nice little box with your arms. So if you bring that all together, it's hit. Remember to bring your right leg up high. Maybe make a 90-degree angle just to reflect off of your box with your arms. Like that. And then the next move is going to be, you're going to point down and then send your arm up. So it's kind of a throwing motion, so down, up. You're going to do that 4 times, and while you're doing that, your leg is going to be doing a turn. So when you land on your right, your left leg is going to go around to the back, like that. And then vice versa. So after you do your hit and you land with your right, you send your left leg up and around. And then it's going to do the same for the other leg. So if you do that 4 times, it's going to kind of look like this. Left, right, like that. And every time you're doing that, your arm is going to go down and up. So when your right leg is going to go back, it's going to be your right arm going down and up as your left leg goes around. So you can kind of imagine it like you're sending your leg away using your arm. So you shoot up your arm as you push away the leg and it goes around. Alright, so that's how it looks visually. So you're gonna do that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all these moves should be playful. If they're not playful, you're doing them wrong. That's generally how the feel of the choreo is. Everything is smooth. Don't think too much about it. It's all gonna be fine. Is the message of the song, and it's also the message of this choreo. So after you've done that, the next thing you're gonna do is kind of like a standing CC. So if you don't know what a CC is, it's a breaking move which you do on the ground. Named so because you're kind of making 2 Cs with your legs. If you can see that, each leg makes a C right there, kind of like that. So you're basically gonna do that, but you're gonna do it standing up. So you're gonna twist in the outer leg to the side and then bring your other leg in, like that. After you do that, you're gonna switch legs. The right leg goes back, the left leg goes front. Then you switch again, and then you do the CC the other way. So if you do it all together, you hit, then up, throw, throw, then CC, change, other way, like that. So after that, the next move is to do a back bounce. So you go to fall back onto your right leg as you push with your right arm, and you look in the diagonal way. You're not necessarily pushing your shoulder. It's not necessarily pushing away either. It's somewhere kind of in the middle. So a bit like just kind of putting your arm onto your shoulder. Something like that. Just a light placement. So you do that, then other leg, go back, do the same thing on the other side. And after that, you're going to take your right leg and then send it toward the back. And then you're going to do a pas de bourrée. So left, right, and then send your left leg back. And then this time you just turn and then land facing forward. So if you just do that again, it's step, step, step. It's just one pas de bourrée. Then you send your left leg back. Then since your legs are twisted, you just use that to push off the ground and then just use it to turn naturally. Then you jump back and throw. So if you go through the legs again from the beginning, it is your big hit. Then turn and turn and turn and turn. Then CC one way, change, CC other, ground, back, and then back. Then pas de bourrée, 1, 2, 3, step, turn, and then jump, like that. Okay, so if you go over the arms now, it is your big box up, then you get down, throw, running pose, then you switch, one and other way, then shoulder and shoulder. And then as you do your pas de bourrée, bring your hands up to your head. So if you take a closer look, by the time you've done your 3 steps of pas de bourrée, your hands should be up. And then as you turn, you bring the whole thing down and then release as you turn. So as you're turning, you can see your arms are going to be released out. And then you can drag it all up, and then as you jump back, throw it all away. So if you look at it again, after you've done your 2 shoulders, your pas de bourrée, by the time it's done, your hands are on your head. Then as you turn, you let go, you're turning, then you drag it all up, and then at the end you release, like that. Okay, so if you do all that from the beginning, it's you jump, up, and throw, CC, shoulder, pas de bourrée, turn, and throw. After that, the lyrics say, I took it all, so basically what you're going to do is use your arms and grab everything, kind of like how you're going to hug a really big teddy bear. And then after that, you're going to do 2 leg drops. Doing a leg drop is easy. Just lift the back leg, which is the left leg, up a bit, then drop on it, reset, and then drop again. Make sure to make your shoulders fall back on each drop for visual emphasis. So if we add arms to this, so what we do for the first drop, after you've done your took it all sweep with your arms, the first drop, the arms are staying in, and for the second one, let go. You can do this in whatever way you want, like the 1 arm let go that you just saw, or this 2 arm let go that you're seeing right now. It's another one of the more do whatever feels right for you type of moves, like the one from before. So if we take this from after the turn, it's going to be drop, So you drop and let go, step forward with your left, then right, and then send your left leg back after you drag everything in, and then you do drop and drop. After your 2 drops, the next thing you're going to do is with your right leg, you're going to drop forward and then bring your left leg in, and you're going to do an inner leg turn like that. And when the left leg crosses the right, you're going to give a little bounce, which is going to be on the beat. So if you take it from the 2 drops, you're going to drop, drop, and then you're going to step forward, bounce a bit, step forward, with your right leg, bounce again, and that's your second step. After you do your second step, you get 1 measure of just chillin', do whatever you want. If you've noticed a pattern by now, this is to set up a big impact for the count that comes right after it. I personally like to do this 4 sets of juggles just because there's 4 syllables, so I just go right, left, right, left. It's also a very typical I don't care type image. So the big hit that we're going to do is going to be a large impact. So we bring our left leg up, at the same time hit with your right arm. So you use the entirety of your right shoulder to bring your right arm and give a big hit as you bring your leg up. Alright? So after you do your hit, you're going to step out with your right leg, and then you're going to bring your arms up to a driving position. So you know how those really big steering wheels for really large trucks? So imagine you're holding that kind of a handle. So you step out and you hold the handle, and then you're going to turn it from right to left first. So you grab at center, you bring right up, and then left up. So as you're doing your driving, for driving right, you're going to need your right shoulder and drag it from down to up. And at the same time, you can lift your left leg up like that, and then same for vice versa. So if you go back to the hit, so we come up, hit, and then you step out, and you hold, then drag up, and drag up, like that. From here, the body and the legs are going to do the same thing, and only the hands are going to do something different. So for the first set, it was the driving, and then for the second one, you're going to be hitting out with your elbow, so hit with your right, and then with your left. And then for the third one, you're going to bring it up. So it's kind of like asking, why not? That kind of an arm motion, so up, right, and then up, left. So if we do all that together, we start from our hit. So from the front, we do our whatever, and then you hit, then step out, hold, drive right, drive left, hit out, bring up, bring up. From there, you're going to take a back step. So with your right leg, you're going to fall back. It's kind of more like a drop than a step. So you fall, and take 2 steps, and then you fall forward. So it's a bit reminiscent of the part we just did earlier, after the I took it all part. So the same rule kind of applies where every time you fall, you have to emphasize the fall with your chest. So make sure you drop the whole body off to the back, and then later to the front. The next step you're going to do is the same thing, but this time to the side. So take a right step, and then lean to the right, and then left step and lean to the left. For each lean, you're going to throw the arm of whichever side you're leaning, and then after that, you're going to step back with your right, and then step back with your left. And for your last move, you can just shoot a bunch of invisible arrows. And that's the end of the choreo, so now you're done. So now let's combine those moves all together. Try to focus more on the leg work because the arms are a lot more loose for this last part of the choreo. So we begin with our hit up, then we step out to the side, get your truck, drive right, drive left, then hit out, hit left, bring up, the right leg drops, take 1, 2 forward, drop to the right, drop to the left, step back, and then shoot your celebratory arrows. They don't need to be celebratory arrows, they can be whatever you want. That last measure is just all up to you. Alright, so now let's try to do all of that with the music. We're gonna start from after the combo, so get ready. Here we go.
Can we do that? Can we do
pretty much that. Okay. If you have any questions, I think you can just rewind and check. Hopefully. I think I covered everything pretty much, so yeah, let's do the whole thing.
That's one with acoustic. Let's go. Are you ready?
쉬고 담은 노자 넌 집이 너무 그리웠지 이제 싣고 자고 나서 나 몸도 만도 많이 아팠던 거 알아 주변의 사람들은 너를 쉽게 보지 않아 We need a very good rest 잠시 잊고 살던 행복 찾아가려 do Yeah what you gon' do With all that bad shit 전부 씌워버려 행복 찾아 move that I don't really wanna work no more 생각이 필요한 속 the more Need some rest peace out the more So go 또 나 어딘가로 또 Yeah 날아다니 돈을 벌어 Think about you when it's one more 뜨거워 행복하지 말라라도 하고 싶어 Jumping 뛰어놀았어 어디로 튈지 몰라 그냥 사라져버려 어떻기로 yeah 자유로워 yeah 날아다녀 yeah Can we do that? Can we do that? 어딘가로 떠날 거야 Can we do that? Can we do that? 어딘가로 떠날 거야 불가하잖아 인정 못하겠는 놈들 What boy라고 부를까 What boy 산에서 끌어모 이게 not right 근데 과연 너 곁에는 연예인을 가주는 형 덕분에 하는 featuring 나기는 이미 날 위치를 알려주는 거